Hey guys, this is Josh Haynes coming at you once again with another saber review. And before I get started, as I do in my other videos, I got to send a shout out. This time to Anakin's Armory, who this commission is for. Anakin's Armory is owned by Gavin Albright. And basically, I discovered Anakin's Armory through my Catwalker Lightsaber Services page. He had liked the page, Gavin did, and just through you know checking out his Facebook page, noticed that he had a company called Anakin's Armory. So I was like, okay, I gotta check this out, see what this guy's about. Well, Anakin's Armory specializes in mainly customized blades and stuff like that, and very durable blades at that. I mean, he's got some videos on his Anakin's Armory Facebook page where he does durability test. Like, he takes a hammer to one, he drops stuff and it stays intact, and has some really cool designs. It's very interesting, a very different take on blades and whatnot. So go check him out. It's really cool. But anyways, another thing interesting is that in discovering that he liked my page and found out about Anakin's Armory, I also discovered that he lives 30 minutes from me. So we met a couple weeks ago. We got to hang out and chat for a minute about, saber porn and whatnot. So it was really cool. I remember he was wearing what looked to be a biker vest, and it had the name Vader on it. So I was like, yeah, I can dig that, man. So, but anyways, so he needed some help with a saber hilt that he customized himself. It started life as an MHS build, but the electronics in it were pretty. They needed a lot of help. So, and it's just a stunt hilt. There's nothing special about it as far as it doesn't have sound or anything like that. So, but here it is. I've already got the blade in. So, I think he calls this the Sith Coral Lightsaber, or the Coral Sith Lightsaber, whichever. I messaged him the other day and I was like, hey man, what do you call this hilt? And he's like, I don't really know, man. So, but as far as how he achieved this, because it started life as an MHS build, so it was just a plain MHS hilt with these kind of this forked emitter thing going, and this pommel and whatnot. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It looks like he wrapped it in some weird material and then took like either epoxy or plasti dip and just covered the thing. And what's interesting is that the pommel, even though it looks like one piece, the pommel screws off, and so does the emitter. So when I got it, the wires and stuff like that before were pretty much being held by tape. So it needed some help. But basically what I did, I installed a tri-cree, which I'll show you what color that is in a minute. And then I wired it stunt configuration, which is the first stunt hilt I've ever done. It's got a 3.7 volt Panasonic battery, which he already had, so I didn't have to worry about getting a battery. It needed a new battery pack. I'll show you what I did. And it's got a 12 millimeter latching switch. This isn't a Navy switch because it is stunt. And I had to drill the hole for this, and I was a little scared at first because it's already a very cool organic looking hilt, and I was afraid if I drilled into it, it would like crack or whatever. But no, it was actually very easy, and I had to retap this retention screw hole. I had to do it for 1032, and normally it's 832, but I had to do 1032 because the 832 was stripped, so I had to retap it for 1032. So Gavin, if you're watching, this is a 1032 retention screw, not an 832 like your normal. So here's the battery pack, and so there you go. I've still got the plastic on it because the other side is sticky, but the extra Velcro is just so it stays secure in the hilt. So that's all that's there for, and whatnot. So and that just goes back in like that, and you just screw the palm back on, nothing to it. So very easy install. It took me a minute to figure out because, like I said, this is the first stunt I've ever done, and at first I wasn't wiring correctly. Then when I looked on the internet and saw how you wire it, I was like, okay, well, so then when I wired it correctly, it was like, okay, well, this is easy. So there you go. So, anyways, and I'm going to tell you something. Sorry, I just blinded you. It's a tri-cree white, and of course it's resistored for a 3.7 volt battery. This thing is ridiculously bright. I mean, that is nuts. I'm in the light right now, even though it's a dim room, but I'll turn the light off. I mean, there's not really much difference, really. That is crazy. So, I mean, yeah. So, Gavin, if you wanted bright, you got it. So yeah, there you go. Just a simple stunt hilt, nothing much to it. And let me take off the blade just so you can see the aesthetics of the hilt. You'd have to ask Gavin how he achieved this. I don't know, because the hilt came to me this way. All I did was do the stunt install for the LED and whatnot. So I'll get a close look. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but he took the pommel off just to show me the durability of this thing. He took the pommel off. We were in a parking lot at a restaurant. He dropped it on the ground, concrete, and it was still shiny. It had no dings. I was like, dude, that's crazy. So, like I said, I don't know how he achieved it, but it just looked like he wrapped some stuff around the hilt first, and then he coated it in either epoxy or some kind of plasti dip. I don't know. So, but there's the 12 millimeter latching switch. The tri-cree, I had to do something a little different as far as the housing. It doesn't take a retention screw. The emitter basically is pressure fit by the emitter. So what I did, the heatsink that came originally in the other LED was which was a little taller than the one I used, but when I screwed the emitter back on, it was shaking a little bit, which if you listen, there's no shaking. So sorry, I pushed the button there. So yeah, so no shaking. I had to take an O-ring, cut it to size, and put it around the outer ring of the heatsink so that it wasn't covering any of the LEDs. I don't know if you might can see the O-ring around it, but that's how I was able to get it to pressure fit, and it doesn't cover any of the LEDs. And again, no rattling. It's solid, good to go. So, but that's ridiculously bright. So, Gavin, it's ridiculously Albright, or ridiculously Gavin Albright. that's the name of the guy from Anakin's Armory. So, anyways, thank you, Gavin, for hiring Catwalker Lightsaber Services to do this commission for Anakin's Armory. And who knows, maybe we'll team up and do a saber together. Who knows? So, but anyways, very cool saber. Like I said, I think he calls this the Coral Sith Saber, with triple white tri-cree. Oh, and also too, I did put quick connects on here, so if he gets bored with that, he wants to get a LED housing with quick connects, he can switch it as long as it's resistored, of course. So yeah, it's got quick connects too. So there you go. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, click on the guitar pick to your right and subscribe to my channel. I've got other saber reveals, before this one, of course, and then I've got one coming up I'm really excited about. I'm hoping to get that done this week, so we'll see how that goes. So, but anyways, this is Josh Haynes, telling you to keep it sexy. May the Force be with you.